So, this is the first video of my closet channel. Yeah, the lighting is terrible in here. It's bright outside and it's a tiny room I'm in. I will show you. Yeah, as you can see, it's really tiny. And sorry for if it's a bit shaky and a bit the picture is a bit bad, but I don't have anything else than my cell phone to film on right now. So what's this channel about? Well, this channel is about tech, science, computers, printers and everything in between. Here is my lovely voice what will help me film this episode, as I just got, well, let's do it like that. I just got my 3D printer that I will unbox and assemble for you guys, and yeah, if you see something here that is a bit, well, here, fuzzy, it's actually a label that I had to remove pre-editing because it has my name and address and such on. So the package seems a bit crushed, as you see here. It has probably been pressed together a bit. Otherwise I don't see any damage on it, so we will see how things looks in it when we open it. Oh. All right. Let's see. Take it a bit careful here because I don't know how far up the package goes. This lamp is a bit in the way, but it's what I have to deal with. So what do we get? We get paper with some instruction on it, telling you to check the SD card with assembled instructions, use the instruction software and other instruction files. When you begin building the printer, please refer to the assembled instruction PDF and video on YouTube. When you being using, please refer to the use manual. Please check out the AC voltage choice before you using it. Shows suitable voltage 110 or 220 volt according to your local voltage. So as we are here in Sweden, it will be 220. If you have any problems, please contact us before leaving any negative feedback. We'll try your best to help until it satisfies. If there is no, could you give good review? Thank you very much. That's it. And here is a list with parts, and so we can check off, and it's in English and Chinese, so that's good. I'm so happy to get this. I've been waiting a couple of days for it, over a week, and it actually came faster than I expected. So let's start off here. Here is some duct tape you can use to print on. It's squished together, but not that badly that is unusable. You get a little screwdriver. There is a USB cable. It's USB A to B. here we got some injected molded plastic. It has a bit of colorization on it, but it looks solid. There's more of them. They look okay. A bit dented, but it's from the mold. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those. I wonder what that is. Corner pieces, maybe? Because wheel pulley. It's either the corner pieces or the wheel pulley. I think it's the wheel pulley. So we put them back so we know where they are for now. Here we have it's the PCB board with cables. I will show you better later on when we open it up. We got all assortment of screws and wheels and yeah, more stuff. In here we got, oh, here's the USB with instruction socks with the adapter. Oh no, what? This is not, this is the PCB board. It's MKS Gen LV1 Maker Base. It looks solid and it looks good. So yeah, the connection looks solid. I'm actually surprised because it's a Maker Base board. It looks really good for being a cheap printer. I can see the stepper drivers is BT7221A. I have to check that later on. And that's 4 stepper drivers. And you can probably fit a 5th stepper driver on here. So that actually looks really good. And here's the USB connection. So as you see, it looks solid. And here is the MoFabs. I can't see what they say. We have to check that later on. But it looks good. So we'll put the USB away. Here is some more acrylic sheets. There is some black things on here. I don't know what it is. As you see, there's some black, and it looks like, yeah, strange. I have to check that. So there's nothing wrong with it. So we put that back. Here we probably got the, yeah, here is the power supply. It's a cheap Chinese version. Probably need to fit a fan on it. I will probably replace this as soon as possible. As you can see, it's, yeah, a little cheap, but it will do for now. It's 12 volts, 21 amps, so it's actually better than what used to get shipped with this, because I have read reports that it was 12 volts, 16 amps and 18 amps. I even think they shipped it with 20 amps sometime. So yeah. Here we got the extruder with the hot end, and it's actually pre-assembled, so I don't have to do anything. Here is the heater with the sensor, heat sensor, also installed on it, I think, or if this is the sensor, I don't know. I have to check that. And we get extra parts as well, so that's good. We get this is from the Bolden to the hot end, and some protection for cables and some ties. Is acrylic sheet more. This is probably for the LCD, but it's still, yeah, I don't know what. You see, it looks like almost like SOT. I don't know what it is. Here is a power cable. Oh god. If you're wondering why it goes a bit slow, we can show you this. It's 28.7 degrees inside where I'm working right now, and it's hot. So let's see. What is this? A round heater plate. This is not. This is all wrong, because I should have a square heater plate. This is really strange, because I bought the Flsun I3 prusa I3 clone, and it should be squared, and this is round. So I don't know what's going on right now. I really hope they haven't shipped me the wrong printer. I have to check that, because if we did, that will be problematic. So that's everything in the top layer here. What's in here? Huh, I don't remember. There was some, oh, it was the, yeah. Oh god, that's the tiniest roll of filament. A filament roll, and I only got one. I should get two. Yeah, there should have been two in here. Assorted injector molded pieces. Here is the aluminum rods. Let's see. Yeah, they should be 220, and they aren't precisely. So, and here is the stepper motors. It's Flsun stepper motor 42 HDC 4047C23B. So the belts, more cables, fans, cables,
Switch?
yeah, stop, X-axle stop, probably, and some tiny heat shrinks for the stepper motors. So, and rods. All right. So, yeah, I haven't received everything I should. So that's one downside. And well, I will come back shortly. I need to check the USB and the assembly and such, and I will see you soon. So I've been in contact with the company, and they actually was real fast. Less than 24 hours they came back to me, and either I would return the print I got and they send me a new one, or they actually give me a discount on getting buying another printer, the one I was going to get from the beginning. Apparently there was a system error that sent the wrong order details. So yeah. Oh my god, it's a lot of nuts, bolts and bolts and nuts and bolts. Everything is in the PDF you get on the USB stick. Everything is marked where it is laying, and then you see on the little bags it's marked what is in them. So it's really easily to find what you need. Except this one is not marked. Let's see. We need M3. Not that one. M3 times 25. This is sorted. It doesn't say anything. M5 times 25, but this looks like the wrong one. Oh god. So you have, maybe you can't see, you have M4 hexagon screws and you have M4 square nuts. So you have to be careful what you are taking. M5. And we got a problem.
That's simple.
Yeah, but that's square nuts. Oh, maybe I should only have. Let's see on the packing list. So is that black screws? No. You see here it says M4 times 10, and then you have M4 25. So let's this looks like silver, and the one I have is black. So I'm hoping this is the right one, because I don't have any more. It's strange. I hate it when they have different color on the parts. So, and we also need wheels. Pulleys or wheels. Is it the tiny pulleys we need? We need 6 of those. Right. So, it has been a few minutes since we recorded. What I suggest you do is, when you assemble this, is put everything. I'm using the part list, but put every nuts and bolts you need for just that part you're doing, so you can check how things are looking as well, because as this is mass produced, you can see maybe this bolt doesn't look that good. I'm not going to use that. This bolt looks kind of okay, but I'm not going to use it because it's slightly damaged. So yeah, I suggest that you count and put the stuff you need for just that part of a build, so you know that you have enough and everything looks good. Nuts and bolts you can always buy in your local shop, hardware shop, so it's not that hard to replace. And this is probably aluminium bolts. I will probably replace this with hard steel later on. So I counted everything here. I got everything I need, and I put it in a container so it doesn't disappear on me. So I only put up the things I need. That way I know where the rest are, and I know I forgot 3 of these. Yeah. And if you hear noises and such, and cars, and it's because we have to have the window open, because it's so hot here still. We got like 2 minutes rain today, and we haven't even seen drop of rain in 2 weeks. So and we need the black ones, and then I need to make sure my computer doesn't shut up, because I got to plug in the power. Sometimes you have to remember things afterwards.
Yeah.
So I will hope this will come out okay, because yeah, my wife is holding her cell phone by hand. We don't have any other camera right now that is good to record with, and no camera mount. So that's one of the things I'm going actually to print, is trying to print a camera mount to hold.
To hold the camera, yeah.
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 So
That would be good.
let's start off. So we're going to put nuts into this, as you see, and it says don't. Oh, let's see. If you look closely here, it looks like they have had a washer. But no. I wonder where we have We have a bag with washers here. I wonder what those are for, but they look not like M4s, so I'm not sure. It's strange that there is no washer on the inside.
No, there isn't.
Yeah. So this goes on the inside, and then you just tighten it just a slightly bit, because then this will come on like this, and you don't want to tighten it hard then. If you see here, it says 3 corner pieces, and down here it says 4 in the same way. It's it's the nuts, so you don't get confused about it. And make sure you take the right nut as well. And some of the, like this one, can be a bit hassle to get in because it's a bit tight. So I have pretty small hands, but even for me it's a bit hard. So what you can do then is try and align the nut. Oh god. Yeah, my wife is trying to show what I'm doing. So, as you see, the nut is going on top of here, and it's really tight.
Yeah.
I should have had something to hold this with.
The magnet, maybe.
Oh, it's not magnetized.
No. Oh.
And then you drop things on the floor. You can always count on dropping things on the floor. So we'll come back in a second.
But we're assembling all 3 of them for this part of the assembly.
And I had to get, this is actually a medical tool that I bought, but as long as you have something that is pointy and you can, you see, get in and hold you will be fine.
It's very hard to do with just the fingers, but you can do that as well if you don't have a tool.
I smell rain.
Yay!
So now you have a hexagon nut that goes in there, and then this one threads from this side in, and I'll go down in the assembly line. Reserve about 5 millimeters, it says, on this side. So 5 millimeters. And if you tighten it so it sticks out on this side, it's 7 millimeters. So if you turn 3 times again after that, it's around 5 millimeters. So that's good to know. So just make it flush and then turn 3 times and you will get it. So we'll continue. We will do valve free as well. So
that is the last one of the 3.
and now we come on top of the screw. So
It's facing up.
So that screw should be up, because I think that's the screw you will adjust the tensioners later on with. So you take this and you make sure the nuts are like that, and then you just jiggle this bolt into place as well, and that's I tighten it.
Done.
Yeah, you see, you shouldn't have any flush here, so you need to make sure it's tight against, like that. Alright, now we got the 3 down here. You see there is a little gap up here. I hope that's alright, because we can't get them tighter. They are tight at the bottom, but not up here. I hope that will solve. So now we need to put them like this.
Like a triangle.
Yeah, and carefully thread them on. Because you need to thread a little at each one to be able to fit them, and then you push. Oh, that's really tight. Right. So pushing a little at the time, making sure the bolts are lined. That's the easiest thing to do. So all the bolts are correct. Bends and it goes in. Voila!
Yay!
So I will start then with one corner, just tightening it. Make sure you don't take full force, because you can actually turn this inside the frame, because
Inside the aluminium rod.
yeah. So, and it's just to tighten the last one.
Those inside of the tiny.
Yeah, well, a hassle. We had to rumble through our tools to find one that fit inside of here. So make sure you have the necessary tools before you begin this, because I haven't found any tools that come along with the package. So some of the do-it-yourself kits comes with basic tools for you. Some don't.
And these don't, yeah, didn't. So
and be very careful, because this is a metal, this is aluminium. You can easily destroy this if you do it full force.
smells like it's raining again.
Yeah, it's really strange weather. We get like a couple, like 1 millimeter rain, it stops, goes like for 30 minutes, comes 1 millimeter rain, stops.
We haven't had proper rain for over 3 months here, so this rain is just ridiculous.
Sometimes it's easier to tighten it as much as you can with your fingers before tightening it with the tool, because it's so tight. This one doesn't seem to be want to be.
What has happened?
I don't know. It just goes. Yeah. This one doesn't want to tight, because probably the problem is that the screws has been destroyed, or this has been destroyed, or the bolt inside is just turning. So hopefully that will be alright anyway. That's also one of the good things of putting everything in a box, is that you immediately notice if you haven't everything. And where is the end freeze? And we need 1, 2, 3. So this goes in this. Oh, I I can show you. This goes in this hole. And you have to be really careful because you can destroy it really easily. Where did I put the... No, I'm blind.
What are you looking for?
The one I put under the...
Oh, on the container.
Yeah. And now we can't find the... It's good to have tools.
Yeah. You found the right one.
Yeah. So this should come out. Like
Oh,
that.
it's coming out.
And then you take one of these, and if you take a bit more so you can easily get it on, and then this one goes on top of. And then you screw it in more, and then you take another one of these and put that on the other.
The first one?
Yep. So it goes like, because it will be the belt coming here. And then you take the little nut.
Little nut over those two. You can see it there.
And that's when it's handy to have a tool to hold things in place. And then you need to fix it against I have a little screw, but this is too big. I will have to take care of that later on, but it looks good for now. And it will come loose as I'm pulling it anyway. So the nut should be go against here, so this doesn't do like this. And the screw should sit. Oh, now you, as it goes in, you have to make sure it goes back, and then you have to and then you that sits flush against this, and you do the same on the other corners. Alright, it's a bit of a hassle. Also I noticed that it doesn't, I don't know if it's the heat and humidity, it tends to warp a bit, so be careful. I'm trying to see if it will be alright anyway. So, but now you have bearings here. So we will put this piece away for now. And we're going to need new bolts and nuts. Let's see, M8, M38.
So you see what we need for this part of the assembly.
Alright, we got everything for this part. The belt pullers feels a bit plastic and a bit cheap. That's one of the things I noticed on this. Is it would be better if this would be a more solid material, but yeah, that's what we got. So I'm going to put to make sure one of the screws goes in on the side you feel here. And if you look at the motors on the picture, this is more out and then up, what we're showing. So this is good to know. An M2.5 nut. Do we have any of those? Here's 2.5. So the distance between here and here should be this nut. So let me just put the nut down and make sure it's the right distance, and then we tighten it. Yeah, so make sure you have a lot of insects keys, because, or I don't know what this is called in America or the UK. It's the hexagon ones.
Hexagon screwdrivers or something.
And then we tighten the other side as well. You have to be careful for dealing with small ones, because you can easily break them. So we do 3 of these and
We'll be back.
alright, we prepared some. This is like the ones in the beginning, except you don't have a screw here. But yeah, 5 screws. Then you will take the M3 and put it into these 2 holes here. And it can be a bit hassle because it's small holes and the injection mold isn't perfect, so you can get stuck like this. So either you take a small drill and drill it up, or you screw it in carefully, or you do it like I did. I Oh, this is apparently really small. So I took it, just press it through. Be careful when doing that because you can destroy the grooves on the screws. Then you take the engine. You see here on the picture is with the cables. This is a new model. It has a connection instead. And then you have a hole here. So you line that up like that. And you mount it. And this is really tight to get a. So I'm doing the first by hand, just to get them to stick. And then the next one will come on the other side, like that. So you can see it. You can see how they will sit. So we'll remount all of this and be back. Right, we had to go and grab new
Buy.
tools. And you see it has a little dent in here. It's just so I can put it in here in a 25-degree angle and still get it to stick. So that's done. Now we're putting that down with the connector upwards, and then we take one of these again, and then we're going to thread that in here, and we have tightened the bolts a bit tight here. And then you hold it so it sits flat. You tighten the screws. Oops. Oh no, it goes out for me, and I should tighten this instead. No. As I said, be careful because you can get them to turn. And then we turn around and put
The other one.
Yep. And then you hold it tight. Make sure it's kind of level with the side, and you tighten it. And for some reason this just goes round and round. So I'm guessing I have to change this. Yeah, this. That's the problem with the aluminium. The corners here gets too rounded and it just goes round, round, round.
Maybe I should go buy new nuts as well.
This is hard to get hold of.
Yeah. And then we will do the same with the other two. So
Yeah.
we'll get back later.
Alright, now we do the same thing as we did with the other one. And then on the top, just it's a bit more hassle as you have 2 screws on each to fit. So carefully take one side at a time.
It's a bit tricky.
Yeah. Especially as the injection molded parts are a bit flexible. The top one. That one in. I have a little trouble here because the nut is not loose enough. Where it go? That went in. now all of them went in.
Yeah, that's good. Now we have to tighten the screws. And we'll get back to you.
Right, we are back to the assembly. I found actually the tools to assemble it. They were in the B part, the bottom part of the box. Oh, honey, if you give me those rods. They are in B6. No. The small, the long one, yeah. If you look at the compartment under. Those. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we're going to assemble this, the head and everything.
This is what we need.
So, if you have trouble finding this little spring, it was actually in B3 instead of A7, what was saying on the instructions. So if you have trouble as well, it's in, look at in B3 and it might be in there. So what we are going to do, and we got yeah, we got everything for it. So we're going to take this and assemble. So plastic mold like that, and then it was going to be that hole should be that way. I don't want to press too hard either. It might be that I need to just remove some of the tiny plastic from the joining of the molds inside of here. So just carefully scrape that away. Alright, my wife pointed out a good thing. This is actually the wrong position. It should sit flat against that part. So that looks good. Just be careful handling this because you can bend it and then your prints will be terrible. And then comes the hard part. Good thing I'm prepared. I'm just tightening it so much so the bolt in the end will not come loose. And then tighten a little on each side at the time. It sits firmly there now. Right. That part done. Now we need this, and 2 more nuts. It's not heaven today. So this is fan exhaust. So what we have done is put the bolt on like that, and that's probably so this doesn't go too far into this. As I understand, the early models didn't have this. And be really careful when you tighten it, because you can shatter the plastic really easily. If you tighten it too hard. Like that. And this is an exhaust fan, so.
And this is what we're gonna need now.
Yeah. What did you say? This is actually wrong because it hasn't been installed for you. Not on mine, at least. So I need to install it myself. And I have a little, there's a tiny bit of plastic that is preventing me. It's from the molds. Like that. All right. So you need to do this yourself. And then take a wrench that is the right size. Oh God. And you have to be careful because it will really easily snap out of you. So you can feel so it slides through. And then we need to take the long 2.5 and thread it. It's really hard with so tiny screws to get it right. But it's almost through. And it says M3, but as it's 2.5, it needs to be 2.5. Like that. So remember, the instructions are a bit wrong sometimes. Wrong one. And then we need, just be careful with this. You don't want to damage it. It's the hot end and it's the extruder and the nozzle. So we need a flathead. We need the M4 30mm half thread, the spring, the flathead, and then this is going into this hole here. You can see. This should be as tight so it goes down. If you lift it, it should press down again. As you can see. So you need to feel it. Maybe that's good enough. You see the mold is not perfectly either. It's a bit crooked. But when I let go, it goes down to the bottom, so maybe half a ton. And that looks good. So if I press down here, it doesn't go back now, you see? So it's not tight enough.
Does it go back?
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
And it feels good as well. So, and we need the rods and the tapping screws. So, with that, it's very identical. It looks like that. So, M3 with the self pulling into the fish eye, and then that goes into here, and yeah. And be careful so you get it right first time. And it will be probably a bit hassle to do. you screw this in to the bottom. So we will get everything done all the ones, and then we'll come back. Right, it's time to assemble the rods that is going upwards with the pulleys. So you can see on the screen what we are going to assemble. We have put everything into the box again, and yeah, this fan was hard for us to find because the one that came with it is only black. It doesn't have any text on it, but we think it's this one. That's the fan that is going to blow downwards. So we need one of the pulleys, we need 3 wheels, and one M5. No, I think they have. I think they have done a mistake again in the description, because it said only 3 of these, but if we're going to assemble 3 with 3 wheels, it should be more. I think we need 6 more. M5. There we go. So the wheel sits like
that.
Yeah, and up.
With an M5 nut.
Yep.
Right.
So the nut goes into the hole, and then we tighten it. And they didn't send me with one that fit the M5. So thankfully we will probably have one here somewhere.
Yeah.
Tighten it carefully so you don't break anything, and it looks like that. And then you're going to do the same with the other 2 holes. I just feel that everything is right. And we're going to do the same with the other ones as well, but we'll continue with this one and show you everything.
I want to
M3.
put that little black in.
Yeah. And that is going to be a self-tapping screw. It wasn't on the description, so I don't have any we haven't labeled the self-tapping screw, so
they are in a unmarked plastic bag.
yeah. I think it's those at least, because I can't see any other because they should be M3 by 20 and this is M3 by 20 and they are the same length, so oh.
I need one of these as well.
Let's see. Well, yeah, it doesn't say anything about fixing it, so my wife took the ones we need next. Limit block. So the M4 goes in here, and then we have a square nut. And then we put that on the back. It's really hard because there is not much space. And we're going to install that on the frame. So, as you can see, the U shape should be towards the end that is upwards. And then we just tighten it. Oh, God. Yeah, we tighten it temporarily here, so it doesn't go anyway. Now, we're going to take one of the limit switches. It has a long cord on them, and two of the M2 by 2.5 by 12. And they have put it with the tap downwards and the screws in like that. And then we need to fix it. So it's secured like that now. And you have a little block here that you're putting it to the end here, and then to the end of the block, and then you're going to tighten the screws so they are identically in height. I'm going to do that later on, but I wanted to show you that they pull the cord on this side of the block down like this. The only problem I see with it is that this pulley is going to sit like this. And go up and down. So I have a feeling this cord can be damaged. So I think I will move that to another side, if possible.
Side where the wheels are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to that. So we will fix all three and I will show you what I have done. Alright, we got the 3 rods with the pullers done. I actually put the cable on the back side because it's only going to be a screw down here and a screw up here, and we should be able to get the screws in anyway, and that way the cable will not snag on the pulleys. So next thing, assemble. So I don't know why we were going to have a fan in the last part, because we never assembled the fan. So we're going to have
all these parts.
Alright, time for the put this in too. So as we have a cable here, we need to thread it first through and out, so we don't damage it, and then be real careful when we put this in here. And you also, as you see, so you don't do like this and press, so you make sure the cable doesn't snag at the bottom, and have it standing on a flat surface, because then you can just put this in here and it sticks. And then you tighten them. So that screw, I'm just going to, as I have tightened the upper one, I can just make sure I tighten the bottom one as well, like that, and it's secure. And then you take this cable and you pull it through here to the middle. So, yeah, and then we do the same with the other one. Alright, as you can see, it's pretty big piece. So the top, you carefully put it in, and I have to be really careful here because I have the cable as well, so I don't snag that. It's really hard to do. As you can see here, the cable goes on the side, and this should be okay. So we will put all corners in and continue. We got the frame assembled. Now we're going to assemble this. So we need one of these little tiny washers on it. So a washer, and then we're going to have an M3 screw and there is no holes. There is no holes. There should be holes here. Alright, we have a problem. It tells us that we are going to use this with one of this, and there should be a hole here, but there isn't. So what I have decided is we have some self-pulling ones that are the same length. So we're going to use those instead. So if you see how I have the extruder, be careful when you put it like this. So when you take this, put it on the table so you have the holes on the back upwards, and then I'm going to carefully
see if this works.
yeah. Yeah, it feels like it works. So if you have the same problem, you don't have any holes here, and you have enough of these screws, I can't see that we are going to use them for anything else. This shouldn't be a problem to replace anyway. So use this instead. Seems to work fine. And we're going to mount all of them and continue. As you can see, we have assembled this now, and we have it inside here, and we're going to connect it to the pulleys. So you take this, and then you put in two M312s with the spring washer, like that, and then they should go aligned with these holes, and it will be a hassle. And I can't find the right one. That one. Because I probably took the wrong. No wonder. Yeah, these ones I should have. I don't know why I took. What is this for then? I don't know. It said M. Yeah, M12. So I took the wrong ones. No wonder I could find the hole. This one. Wait. And it's gets a bit complicated because some of things that is black on the assembly is not black in real life, and some things that are silver in the drawings are not that in real life. That feels a lot better. And then we align that. Now I need to pull this on the side a bit. You can see. Just gently put it in so I can line up the next one as well. And it got loose on me. Gently put it in. Now it works. Thanks. You can pull the and tearing down things because I'm starting to get too much on the desk. and then I just gently screw them, not firmly, just so it sticks. As you see, it's a bit loose, but that's because why it's loose now. It's because there is a third hole down
there. You see how it should.
yeah, down here, that needs as well. So when after you get everything like this, you take the next one, and we will come back when we have done that. Alright, so as you can see, you take the belt, you fold it like this, and then you are supposed to thread it in this little pocket here. And that's easier said than done. Alright, it's a new day here. If you hear a fan in the background, I apologize for that, because it's so hot that we have to have a fan right now.
There is the fan.
So, what we did wrong before was we tightened this screw and tightened this, but you have a screw here that you're supposed to use to tighten the belt. So we had to loosen this, and then you use the wrong size. And then you use this screw to tighten the belt.
Should be a bit hard to pull together.
Yeah, but not too tight. And make sure the cable doesn't sit so it got snagged at the screw so you damaged it. And feels pretty same as well. Yeah. So after you tighten it, you see this little what you have leftovers. I have pretty much. So I have a knife. I don't have a. Normally cut it with a scissor. Scissors.
Yeah.
It's better, but I just use the knife carefully here. To cut the excess away. And if you have excess under as well, you cut that away as well. So after you do that, you take and secure the screws up here so they are secure. So everything should be sitting in place now. We will cut the rest of the excess away. So after you get that done, we're going to mount the cooling fan. and there is no arrow on my fan. There is an arrow on the description, so you have to make sure the outlet is downwards, and if you have a black logo or a logo, that should go on the inside. And then this fan, let's see, down goes into the slot here. You put it in carefully, and I'm having a bit of trouble getting it to fit properly. But it should sit in here. I need to see what the problem is.
We'll be back.
Alright, this fan here I had a problem getting. I had too much to the right, and there is a stop at the end here that makes it not go down. So that's fixed. Now we can, I got the scissors. We can trim down the last pieces. Right, I got 3 stripes of the tape, and I'm going to put it on this fan. So you put it on the opposite side of where the power cables come out. So get all 3 stripes over each other. Like that. This side, not that side, the side which has the holds the fan, should go towards the inside, and the tape goes on the bottom, and you get it in, and we got that done. Now we need
Instructions are wrong again, you said.
yes, because where is the nuts, bolts and nuts and bolts and nuts? It says M2.5 by 12 with M3 nuts. It should be. Alright, it turns out it's actually M3s because you're only using the nuts to have as a distance for this, and then you line it up and you tighten it carefully. Yeah. Yeah, it's stuck there, and then you take and it's gone.
What is gone?
The one for this size from that box.
M3s. Nuts for M3s.
No, this.
Oh.
Because you're going to have a self-pulling M3 by 20 in here, and you're going to screw this down so it will click. So when this open, it will go away, and then it should click when it comes back. So if it doesn't, move all the way down, you might need to tension the spring a bit, and you need to be
extremely careful.
it should be like as soon as you hit this, it should hit, and you need to tighten this so when it this release, this should go back, but yeah.
No, that's right. Not all the way. Take away that they can't see it.
So take your time adjusting this, because it should be like when this just moves, it should
It should.
break this switch, and then at the same time yeah, as you see now it doesn't, so this screw is just a tiny bit too loose.
No, that's again.
Yeah, I think that's the best I can get for now, and I will adjust that later on when I get the bed placed as well. You might need to readjust it later on, but as you can see, I just tiny move it and it clicks. I don't know if you will hear the click because of all the sounds in the background, but now that is done.
We can continue with other assemblies.
Yeah. So we're going to assemble the temperature sensor and also the heating bar.
Yeah.
Move this upward a bit so we can work a bit better.
Have to have space down here.
Yeah. So this sensoring will come here, and the heating rod will come here. So
Where are they, my love?
That.
There.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wife is the one with the cam. So
Unwind this carefully. So
there's a long cable attached to it.
this little sensor here, be really careful with that, because that is the one that will sit in that little hole there. So we have to be really careful about this. So a sensor goes in there, and then it's really hard to do this.
Looks like you have to put them in together at the same time.
Yeah. Alright, just unscrew this bolt for now, and so I can easily get it in. So that, you see, that goes into that tiny hole there, and it was easier to pull the cord, and it might be even that I need to switch the positions of the cables that goes into it, because it seems like one is longer than the other one.
This is a bit tricky.
Yeah, no, you don't want to damage it. Because if you damage it, your setup will be not work for you, and you will need a new sensor and probably a new heating rod as well. Then I carefully divide these cables, and I will turn the heating rod around a bit. And don't tighten this too hard, just tighten it as much so it sits there, and then you tighten the screw at the bottom here for the heating rod. And probably used the wrong one. No, it's the right one. Yeah. Huh. That one doesn't want to actually. And be careful when tightening it so you don't bend the heating this entire thing. So I will fix it off screen here. So
We'll come back.
So we tighten this. I had to use a wrench to hold it like this, so I didn't bend this too much. So I hope it will be alright. Otherwise I'm screwed at the moment, and I need to get a new heating and everything. So hopefully it will be fine. Yeah, we're going to get new parts here, so.
Yeah, we're going to fix a new assembly and use all these parts for it. We'll come back when we got all the parts on the table.
Alright. Oh, God. It's starting to be. We have the motor here. And we're going to fix it to this holder. So remove everything a bit. So we're going to use some M3 8 screws. So make sure the connector are to the right. You see connector, and then it should go like that, and you get the bottom two holes, and you get the right size.
That would be much easier.
Yeah, but the problem is the right size is gone for me. It was in here before.
Yeah, maybe you have it in that box. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, that was the right one.
So tighten this too firmly.
Not too hard.
No.
Be careful not to break the plastic.
And then we're going to use this little flywheel.
Flywheel? That's a flywheel.
Or Bolden extruder. The material will come in here in the grooves and get stuck and be pushed.
Like that.
And then we have to get that screw aligned with the flat surface. And then you see what we are doing. I take a wrench and put it in like this. so we know that one was a bit small. So you can see where the cable comes like this, so you need to make sure it's aligned. And then double check. It's always better to double check before tightening anything. And then you tighten the screw in place.
Should be in place, right?
Yeah, I think so. Worst case scenario, you have to disassemble this and
Do it all over again.
yep. If you notice that the PLA or what you're using doesn't go smooth in, you just disassemble and rearrange it.
Yeah.
So now we take gas gasket.
Yeah.
Gasket? Oh. I mean,
Now the light got all screwed on the...
yeah. So M410, it's one of these. So you take this wheel, put it in the middle,
like that.
yeah, and then you take one of the M410s and put it in like that.
Yeah.
And then you tighten this. And you find the right one again.
Sorry guys.
This is a bit tricky to tighten correctly. Be careful when tightening it because you might break the plastic. I might need to use two of screw the screw onto the screw. First screw the screw onto the screw. Screw the. That's funny.
Yeah, you can read it yourself here. Hold it still, my love. was really funny.
Yeah.
Their English has much to be asked for.
Is this a... No, that's an 18. Is this a 20? No, that's an 18. Is this a 20? We have a lot of extra ones right now in this. So I don't know which one is which. So just take a new one for now. It looks like they have one of these locks as well. Yeah, that's a bit with the instructions. Sometimes you have to figure out how to do it yourself.
Instructions can be misleading.
Yeah.
Or even totally wrong.
So, as I understand, it should go like that.
Yeah. Should.
I can be wrong. But it looks like that.
Definitely looks like that, my love.
Yeah.
And the right one. Yay! Again, be careful not to break the plastic.
This should be a little loose, like this. So.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have another of the M3 screws going into this hole here.
And the put nut.
M25. It must be this long one. And then we're going
And
to
3 times 25.
and fly with a butterfly. Not and get it.
Should be like that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it and it's to find the hole and find the
Fine nut.
yeah. And then you tighten this.
Almost see the nut here.
And this one is loose because and this is a bit too tight right now. I can't.
Why can't you open it?
I don't know. Because it's there we go.
Yeah.
Because
Like
this you tighten to tighten the pull of the filament. And then we had this one, the small M5. It goes
quick connector, they call it.
Yeah. Oh, we are in that box.
Oh.
Yeah. Secure that one. It looks like this.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have 2 square nuts.
2 nuts are placed in the aluminium bar slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the question is where it's going on top. If there is any place for it or they have put it on that side. I don't know if it matters, but yeah. So that side that has this limiter, oops. Oh, it doesn't want to go down again.
Fix that later, my love.
Yep. So the nut goes in here. Wait.
Yeah.
And then you take this one and hopefully you will find one of the it's it was a bit tight.
Yeah.
Turning the
I
screws.
don't know if they can see anything, my love.
No, I know. So it's really hard to find the holes here. You tighten one a bit and then hope that you hit the next one. And it seems I did. Yay! So that's that.
That's good.
This quick attachment I put on here. And then you hold carefully, well, just a little tightening, just really carefully. Then you pull this black thing out, and same on the top here. And yeah, and then you take the cable, pull it in the white cable as far as you go, and you push this end in, and then you take it on the inside and into. Oh, this is damaged. You see, it's damaged.
We didn't see.
It's pressed together, so
Oh.
that's not good, because if it's pressed together, the cable will not be able to come through and will get stuck. So we just make it fresh, and then this goes in here and it goes down as far as you go, and then you press down it.
Yeah.
And that's the feeder cable. Next, motherboard.
Next is those things.
Yeah.
There.
And we will assemble the motherboard and come back. Alright. We fixed the fans, so the side with the mark is toward the plastic, and then you make sure this here is to the right, and then this nut has a bolt first. It's an M3 by 20 and nut here, and then you have a nut on the back side, so we can tighten it. Right, the next thing is to put this distance onto this where we put fans. So it's an M312, it goes on top here, and then just tighten that. And then you might need a wrench. To hold it like that, and we connect all of this and be back. Right, before we mount the motherboard PCB, what you call it, to the plastic, we will mount this tiny if I can get the, it's a little heat vent, and this is the stepper motors, and you see the black one, this goes just on top of a black, just to help it spread the heat. Make sure it doesn't hit any of the connectors, and it will be fine. So you mount
The other three and we'll be back.
Alright, I put the motherboard PCB on top like that. I will take this sheet.
Make sure you take off the plastic film.
Yeah, and you have these big holes at the bottom. So and you carefully thread them in, and then you carefully tighten them so you don't press down too hard on the back side of the board here, and so you have all the connections and everything on it.
Den ramlar inte på golvet.
Wrong one. Wrong one.
Maybe that one.
Yeah, that one works. I'm taking one at a time, just carefully tightening it so it sits. And that's too tight. You see, I'm bending the board. So you have to be sure you don't bend the board as well. So as you see here, I'm bending the board. I have to untighten them. Crap. I'm dropping everything right now. So I don't know if I can put do like this and have an M3 in each corner without it touching everything. I think I can. So I put an M3 nut on each of this.
Be right back when it's assembled.
So I put a nut in between here and it doesn't interfere with any of the circuits, and as you see I don't bend the board any longer, so that's good. Now I need to figure out if I'm going to put this like this or like this. No, not, or like, yeah.
On the top? No, you can't put it on top. Can you? Would be good if you could, but you can't.
No.
It's too big, I think.
I can put it like this. But I think I will put it like this. Even if it takes a bit of space, just so. No, it's hard to connect everything then.
Then you have to connect everything first and put it on the frame.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
I think I will go like this for now. Just so I can.
It's more vulnerable.
Yeah, no, I will connect everything first and then
Yeah, we'll be back.
As you see here, we have taken the fan cables and now twining them together with this black cord. Just make sure that you don't pull too hard here. And this is just so you can protect the cables that goes down to the motherboard. So we put this black cord on. Just remember which fan 1 and fan 2 is. It's really important. Now the heating rod cable goes into this hole, and then you tighten it, and you pull on the cord and make sure it doesn't get loose. And you twist the ends a bit. Feel again, so we don't. Yeah, that's good. The white is the hotbed, no, the nozzle temp, and that one goes into that one over here. On the drawing it has a color, but it doesn't in real life. So I don't know if it matters which side is which. It's just a sensor temp, like that. It's just a resistor that tells when it's getting hot or cold. So now one important thing. Oh, we don't have all the cables yet, but for example, this rod we call X, and this engine we call X, that is on the same one. So you make sure you connect the switch up here on the same motor. So I call this X, and then this goes into the X slot up here. And that's the motor. Sorry, the X limited in here. And then I'll hold that. All of the cables over there, under all of the.
This.
Yeah. What plastic things is left?
This was something we should put
Oh,
the
yeah.
heat plate
Yeah. All right.
on.
So this is the cables for the motors. So one of these should be longer, and that is through the extruder on top. So take 2 of them together and then just pull.
Measure them.
Yeah. And if they are the same length, they are fine for motors. So so this end with the small holes goes into the motor, like that.
The X motor.
Yeah. And then I will take the cable under, making it a bit more pretty. And then it goes into the X motor connection here. And then I take the next one, and I will call this Z.
Or Z.
Yeah, or Z.
In Swedish, Z.
And then I will connect that to, no, I have marked it wrong. This is Y and this is Z. So connect it to Z, and then I will take the
Z
switch.
put it on.
And just moving the cable around. So there's a lot of cables right now.
Yeah.
So that goes into the green one, the first one here. Oh, honey,
Yeah.
you forgot this cable when you did this.
You didn't tell me about that.
Oh, sorry.
Only the fan cable. Fuck.
Yeah. the auto correction leveling should go in the inner one. So
We can make it pretty another time, my love.
yep. And let's see if they have made all the cables the same length. Just to be a bit lazy. And
Yeah.
they are.
I have.
So it's cheaper as well to make everything the same length and unified. So we call this X. Xerox.
Mm.
And that goes into the blue one. Like that. So, and then we take the one for
The X mode fan.
no, the
X
switch,
switch. X switch. Yeah.
and that goes into the blue one here, like that. And then you have the motor on top of here, and I don't
Put
know.
it in like that.
Yeah, I will probably just make something so it sticks on the side here, and that goes into the black one here. Like that. So the hot plate will come here, and the power line will come here, and then the hotbed sensor temp will come here. So, and then we have the LCD as well. So we will get some things done and come back. All right. We decided to mount the hotbed before we're doing anything else. So you take this nut with the curly ones and hold this plastic thing, and then you press it through the hole. It's not that easy. but it goes in like that. After that you take this and place it on here, and you just press down.
It's not easy as well either.
No. So we'll come back when everything is mounted here. So you take the M320 through the hot plate, take the spring, put the spring in between the vents here, and you find the wrong one. Is this the right one? Oh, God, I hate this. No, that's the wrong one as well.
That's too big, right?
Yeah, that's too big. Professional YouTubing, guys.
Yeah. We should have found the key first before filming it, but we didn't. So
I have a key here. Here. Yeah, you screw this in just a tiny bit so it sticks, and then you take the screw. You can
just
show it here. Put it through. Put the spring on top, and then you have to line up the plastic details, and then you screw it in here like that.
yeah.
And then you take the last one and do the same.
We'll be back.
Right, we have tightened this. Just don't tighten it as hard as you can, because you will destroy the spring. Then you take one of those M4 square nuts and take the screwdriver or something and push it all the way over to the hole here. And then you take one of the M4 screws and line it up. That's true.
Do the same with the other two.
Yeah.
We'll come back to you.
Alright, now we're going to do the LCD screen. So here we have the motherboard under. Interesting.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
So the question is where we're going to have the
Motherboard.
yeah, and
Maybe it's safer if you put it inside.
no heating plate.
Yeah, of course.
So I think we will have the LCD panel on this side. So you take this and that goes on the inside of the groove here. And it's hard to get in. I don't want to destroy it either. So
We'll come back when we assembled it.
yeah, right. We got it on the side, but we don't have any cables. We'll probably have a power cord, the motherboard and such here, the PCB motherboard, control unit, call it what you want. I think it will be easier for me to, this is the LCD, to take and put this over like, oh, don't want to go over. It's a bit tight.
You got plastic over the LCD screen as well.
Oh, yeah, I do. But yeah, I take it like this, and then, oh god, the plastic got warped a bit. Where is the, I need to thread it through here. So this goes here, oh, they never told me that I needed M3 screws. Wonderful. Because it's starting to get really hard to find anything right now. Here they are. It's getting a bit too much on the desk with all the cables and the printer and such, so these screws go, no. Did I take the wrong?
Insert 4 M3 screws.
Oh, they probably mean
not nuts.
I'm reading wrong, thank you for me.
You're welcome.
So this,
but maybe you should have some nuts in between as well as you did the motherboard.
yeah,
I don't know.
I will probably replace this really soon with a bit better solution, because I don't like this solution. It feels a bit too exposed. For my taste. So
Couldn't you have it? No, you couldn't.
I have what?
The LCD on the top, but
Yeah, I can have it like this as well, probably.
yeah.
But then I have to have a cable, the cable's going all the way down, and I don't want that. So just line them up and have more.
And don't drop it.
Yep. I hope it's tight. Oh, honey,
Yeah.
I need. Yeah, I need to let go again. I can't get this to get into the hole here and pull. There we go. Yeah, so you line it up like this and then put all the screws in.
Yeah, there are 4 of them. We'll come back when it's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't get this to fit properly because the reader for the SD card goes into this plastic, so this is a part I will print new when I get everything working. So we got this fixed. Now the cables are a mess, a proper mess, but it is as it is right now. That's some cable management is something that comes afterwards when I got more pieces printed and can fix everything in a proper place. So the motherboard will probably just sit here for now until we get that sorted. So this is the layer, right? This is for the heat bed, and this is not the best wiring tool I have, but I can't find the other ones. So you twist the strands of cable, and then you make sure that you find your screwdriver that you can't find because it's in the wrong spot. So now if I get the drawing look right here, this is the left here is minus and this is plus. Be sure that you connect it right, otherwise it will not work, as it's DC powered. So that was not so good. I didn't get the plus side in properly. And there we go. And then we have we connected the sensor to that connection there. So this is for the extruder, and this is for the heat bed. And then we take the cables for the power, and here it's the other way around. The plus is on this side and the minus on this side. And you pull so you feel that they are connected, and you get stuck on everything you don't want you to get stuck on. So we will not put this into place either, but you do, as I showed you before. I don't know, because I need to fix the power management. and we get a lot of screws and such over, so we just put, and then they send too many screws. Don't be afraid to throw away the ones, as I said in the beginning, that are bad, and make sure you put everything so you know where it is. And I will fix this later.
Yeah.
So now we need the power.
The power cord.
Yes, the power.
Here. And then we got some, that's for, is that for UK or America?
I think this is either UK or American.
Yeah.
I think it is UK. It is on the cable, GB.
Okay.
So
We don't need that,
no.
as we're not in the UK.
And we want the one with the ground.
Yeah.
The only thing here. Oh, it's right. Oh, it's actually wrong. The ground should always be shorter than the other two. So if no, I mean it should be longer than the other two. So if something happens, always the ground is the last one to be pulled out of the connection. So I need the power.
That is the power.
And I will probably replace this later on as well, because it doesn't have a fan. It's rated for 12 volt 21 amps.
Let them see.
12 volts 21 amps. There is no how many watt it is on, but it's easily calculated. So it's 252
But
yeah. Watt.
or is it watt in English?
I don't know. I don't remember. It's watt, I think. I need those tools. I need the screwdriver. So, if you never connected one of these before, please get someone that knows how to do it. Here in Sweden it's a law, but you need to know what you're doing to be able to connect a cord like this. If something happens, you will be liable for it. So if the house burns down, you can be charged for burning down the house. So always let someone know that knows what they are doing. I'm actually have a university degree on this, so I know what I'm doing. So the brown one here is lead, the blue is neutral, and the green and yellow one is ground. So you always start connecting the ground. And also, this cable is a bit short. This bit here is a bit short.
Yeah. Shorten the other two so the ground is longer.
Yeah, we'll do that later on. And it seems like they have, it's lead on here. You don't want that. You want to remove this completely, so you get a nice surface, because this will melt and can make it so the cables slip out of the connection. So you just want to snap that off completely. And now I don't have a tool to snap it off with. Oh, I do, down here. So you want to, and we want these two to be a bit shorter than the ground. Oh no, it's longer. So it's still longer. God damn it. There we go. You see they are shorter now. And then you get a new strings out. Go a little of this because it pulls me too hard. So here you see the difference. This is leaded and this is the strings free, and you want the strings free, so you just twist them around with your fingers. And I will probably replace this cable as soon as I get a new one, because the cables are a bit on the tiny sides for to pull all the amps through. So you might want to replace this cable. Alright, as I said, you start with neutral. What you do is the screw, when you screw it in, turns clockwise. You want the cable to go on the left side. So when you're turning the screw, it will pull the cable around. So never put it on this side, because as you turn, you will undo the cord. So keep that in mind. And the last one. One thing that I might do as well is I might put a button before this power, as you don't have any buttons, so when you plug this in, this gets power directly. So you always have to pull the cord to pull the power. So just feel so the cables are tight, and then we take the power for the PCB, motherboard, call it what you want, and then you connect it to I'm going to connect it to these two, because in the descriptions they have the fans for the motherboard on these two, and I think that's a good idea. So you see here is a plus, so this is the positive side. I do the same here. Oh god, unscrew the screw too much. So I put it on the left side, and I tighten it. And I also twisted these cables. As you see, this cable is much thicker than this 3 was, so you might want to have these 3 cables in this size. There we go. I'm not going to connect the fans right now because I'm going to see if I can find a little PCB or something to put these connectors on, and then pull a cord from the power to this, so I don't have to cut this, and also be able to turn them on, off and on. So that's actually everything. Let's see if we can burn it up. Oh, we might need to I don't know if there is any software installed on here yet. So hold your thumbs and be careful. This is live electricity, so you don't want to touch anything. Oh, we forgot to connect the
display.
Yes.
Yeah.
We forgot to connect the display. I can't take them on that side.
Okay.
I need. If you can hold it like that.
You put it on.
One second. I'm getting stuck in things. There we go. Put it down.
Do you know which is which?
No, I don't. That is the left side. Right. So, just make sure it says EXP2 and 1 here, so you connect it right with the ones on the LCD screen. I might have connected them wrong now, I don't know. We will see. So let's do that again.
Way. What does it say?
Temperature is reading, it doesn't read any X, Y, and Z. Hotbed, intruder. No card, control, prepare. Alright, it found the home at least. So yeah, it actually is working. So we will be back in a while. We'll need to prepare some software and such. But as you could see, it moved. If we do like this and motion.
Remove it again.
No, 1 second. So yeah, this is out of home. So if I disable the steppers here, I should be able to move this on my own. So
Yeah.
pull it down and then yeah, that works. So that is everything for now.